Fine, go on, start the
I
podcast.
can't. God. All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Absolute Kakegurui podcast, the Reddit servers Kakegurui podcast. I'm your host, Cami, with my special guest co-host, Blue Wind, who's speaking through my mic thing.
She has a special setup with two fancy mics, so I get to borrow one for a fee.
Cool. Yeah. All right, we'll start things off with the server forecast. We are at 8,751 members, which is exciting.
God.
I'm actually eager to go back to our first episode and see how many members we were sitting at, because I know for sure it was the 7,000s, so that's pretty cool to see. All right. God, you guys. And we are sitting at 30 boosters, so thank you to everyone. I know earlier this week we're at 29, and I was sad because I couldn't use the cute emotes I usually use. So thank you to everyone that supports the server by boosting. All right. And then I am going to say it because today's the last one we're going to do for a couple weeks. We are at day number 3 for the special thing that I am not going to specify. But luckily, after apparently Ray's asleep, so he hasn't knocked it down. Or they haven't knocked it down, so that's cool. All right. Last week we covered round 2 of our current bracket, which was the Fight Club with weapons. We had a prolonged discussion about the sibling fight, Midari versus Mio.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone, whether they were defending one sibling or the other, kind of agreed on either turnout. But ultimately, we took the servers' votes, and Mio won that one out. Miroslava got another free pass just because of her title and what her family does. So she passed her fight. And then with the you can apparently cut people with cards information that we learned the first round with Yumeko, apparently Itsuki learned that skill and moved on in her round with Ray. All right. So this week we're going to go through the next set of matches, and then we're actually going to live on the podcast, we're going to walk through the last 3 matchups to get to our winner. So those of you who are with us today will have a hand in finishing out that bracket. Once it's complete, I will post the bracket for everyone to see. All right. So want to go through the process and format again?
Yeah. So to review how we've been doing it, we start off with talking about the lineup. We'll go over the defenders who will be speaking on behalf of each opponent. And after they've had their 15 seconds of arguments or what say you, then we'll actually reveal the results as to what the votes were, and then we'll move on to the next lineup from there.
Awesome. All right, so we will jump into the first match, which was Kirari versus Mio.
I'm still upset about these matchups coming up. Y'all,
now
y'all
you know.
I've
been sitting here
guys
since
took
day
the fun
one.
out of it. You took the fun out of it. Took all the fun out of it.
The minute you do this in a Discord server, I feel like it just turns into waifu wars. It's not too much of, like...
Logic.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, I've noticed. All right, so with Kirari versus Mio, we actually have a good split of defenders. We have Derp over on Kirari's side and Mio on Oak's side. Who wants to speak up first? Derp forgot who Mio was. We're off to a great start.
Right.
Good thing that you're defending, Kirari.
Oh my gosh. We shall
Don't
see.
both of you jump up at once.
Oh,
Who wants to
hand
defend their
raised.
waifu
Huzzah.
first? Oh, we do have a hand raise?
Yes. Oh.
You gotta tell me that. I can't see
It
that.
just happened. I'm
Mm.
saying it as I'm seeing it.
Oh, okay. All right, so who's coming up first?
Welcome, Oak. Oak is up.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
So
I'm fine. How about you guys?
We're
doing good. You want to remind Derp who Mio is and why you think she's going to win?
Right, Herb. So, Mio is the girl who meddles with poison. That's enough for warrant her victory, okay? About my arguments. First, poison. Second, she could use poison with her guns, so that might be an advantage. I
Yeah, using
think
weapons.
the guns. And secondly, I don't know any previous experience of Kirari with weapons. So far, I think it has been more about her personality, expertise, or thinking, but Mio is all about violence. And there's a personal reason too. I don't want Kirari to win.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
no effing way.
Oh,
Because
we have vendetta in the chat.
if that happens, she might win. Sayaka might win in match 2, and then Sayaka would let Kirari win, and then it would be so lame.
Yeah.
See?
I
Like I said, everyone took the fun out of this bracket. So yeah, I completely understand that standing.
it's a lot of that. I mean, like I said, it just turned into waifu wars after day 1, so it happens, I guess.
Oh, Skipper's laughing, still arming the kids with guns. I mean, it's
Yeah.
with weapons, so I guess we're handing off guns to the kids, even though we didn't have that discussion in the preliminaries.
Yeah, just by default, weapons equals guns, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. And Bob said this is America. I don't think that's where it takes place. Pretty sure it doesn't. Don't think gambling school is in America.
No, well, it shouldn't even be in Japan, but it is very illegal there. All right. How? What weapon?
Derp, are you able to talk today or no? Is it just all going to be in chat?
You guys decided to fuck logic this morning. That I'm just speaking the facts of which you've put out in front of me.
All right. Derp is going to be defending Kirari, so present your argument after you raise your hand.
Yeah, the more I think about it, I can't. The only reason Kirari would win is because she's Kirari.
Yeah. But I think Mio riding on her dead sister's sacrifice after that fight, I don't know, she'd pull through.
Welcome, Derp.
Hey. I'll be honest, I forgot who the fuck Mio was.
Yeah, we noticed.
I think this fight would be mostly dependent on how well Kivari knows her cousin.
Mm-hmm.
If she knows that how good she is at poisoning people, how the fuck do you obtain that skill in the first place? Then she would know how to avoid it, or she would think of a way on how to avoid it, right?
Yeah.
If she doesn't, then this will. Yeah, and if she doesn't know, and if Kirari doesn't know, then it's an easy win for Mia. And because I honestly don't know how well Kirari knows her, because I don't think it's ever mentioned anywhere. I think she might know something since Kirari is the head of the family. She would know. It's more likely that she would know. What the fuck am I saying?
Yeah, no, it's very nuanced.
Yeah, it's more likely.
Yeah, there's like an assumption that Kirari would have to know what her whole family's doing. I mean, it's kind of like the whole royalty training.
She did become the head of the family, so.
Yeah, so she has to be trained or fully aware of what everyone's up to.
Well, not trained, but yeah, I think she keeps tabs on everyone and what they're doing.
Yeah, so she would at least know to expect that Mio would be trying to do something with poison.
Yeah.
So if guns were involved, it would just be a quick.
If Kirari can shoot.
If Kirari had a gun.
So you're saying that Kirari would be able to keep a safe enough distance to not get poisoned by Mio?
I didn't associate guns with Kirari, but sure, yeah, we'll say she has a gun and it'll be an easy one for Kirari.
Well, guns keep coming up because this is with weapons, and supposedly the kids get guns randomly. But if we take guns off the table, how is Kirari going to beat Mio if Mio has poison already on her person?
Well, I mean, Oak brought up the poison gun.
Well, the thing is, she knows mind games.
Do you think
she has a whole school at her disposal, and the entire house pet system at her disposal as well.
But we said people aren't weapons, so she can't use the house pets.
Technically, the house pets aren't people.
That's not.
That's not how that works.
The Geneva Convention would like to speak with you.
It's a Geneva suggestion.
Geneva suggestion. Oh, God. Okay, so where do we sit at then?
I feel, I mean, I agree with the results though, because like somehow Kirari would win. Somehow, I don't know. Plot armor.
I hate
As
plot
always.
armor. I don't like this.
We're disregarding plot armor for this. Fuck the plot armor.
I don't like this plot armor stuff. Come on.
Right.
You have too much of these in the manga and the anime, so
Yeah, there's a lot protecting them.
I can't. I can't work through it in a way that Kirari would actually win.
Neither
Properly.
can I, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe she can. Her best chance at winning would be to either distract Mio or just run
Mm-hmm.
and tire her out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a tough one. Yeah, I don't.
'Cause
Yeah, I don't think we can
I'm
defend
guessing-
Kirari. I mean, Skipker's another defendant for Kirari, so I don't know if she wants to give it a shot.
Darts. Ooh, yes.
That'd be kind of fun.
That would be.
Oh, I'd love to watch it.
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
Poison and darts. Skipper goes, personally, I think in the end, Mio will poison her. It's a matter of if Kirari can psych Mio out. Yeah, it's kind of sitting there with the mind game, but also
So they
trying not
both
to get
die.
poisoned at the same time.
It's who would get at who first, though. I don't think they would both.
When it comes to the poison, Mio, all she needs is just like, I don't know how she poisoned Yumeko, but it just looked like it was a prick on the finger, right? So
I don't know. It was like a weird.
all it takes
Hug?
is for Mio to
Yeah, she
just
hugged
touch Kirari once. Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to get in contact with Kirari, but I don't think Kirari
Yeah.
would even allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course she went. She threw house pets at her until there were no house pets left.
They're not weapons.
Yeah, people get to
they're
be used
always
as weapons.
poison gas.
Because we
Oh,
didn't let
poisonous
Yumemi
gas,
use
too.
people. We didn't let
Poison?
Yumemi use people, so she can't use her fans until the next round of no weapons.
No weapons.
Yeah, so Kirari can't use the house pets in this,
People are the extension of one's own body, apparently.
supposedly. But then that'll allow Kirari to use Sayaka. So that'll be a mess when we go to that bracket.
It's over. Oh, okay, we got explanation.
Okay.
I think Kirari would win because she would use an actual weapon while Mio would try to poison her. Kirari would use a dart or a dagger, and Mio would be using some kind of poison. However, unless it was a fast-acting poison, the rest of the student council would be helping to neutralize the poison.
What are they gonna do?
I don't know about the student council, but I can see the Kirari bringing in another weapon into it. I don't know.
Who would the refs be? Because none of the house pets would care, because all of these students are like the top students.
And Myrna's already gone,
Yeah.
so she can't watch over and like be like,
Yeah.
The whole bunch of orange jackets wandering around.
New orange jacket. A revolt. Yeah,
Thank
"The
God.
child is dead." Can we not?
this was not the one I thought we would have got caught on. but-
Yeah, this one's taking the
Like, I
longest. We're trying
can't-
to get. We can't. I don't. I don't know.
Like, I can't explain how she would win, but I know she would win.
She'd have something over Mio, but we know Mio would be emotionally compromised and distraught.
Skipper, you can't just load your body up with antidotes and hope it works. I think that can kill you if you don't have the right one.
But
Skipper
she
is
could take a
saying,
gamble and guess which one it would be. Yeah, it goes, considering Kirari is the family heiress, it feels like she would have access to Mio's family's poison antidotes. So, I mean, if she already knows that Mio's going to be riding off of the death of her sister, maybe possibly suicidal, and looking to come after Kirari for this, or at least wanting to win in lieu of her losing her sister. Because the other thing that we think of is that, you know, most of her goals, at least between those sisters, would be to continue. They wanted to actually stay together.
Yeah.
They don't have that goal anymore because one's dead. So I guess riding on that type of like emotional crest that's coming after Kirari now, or being used against Kirari, she could probably take advantage of that. I don't know, inner turmoil. And at least be able to guess.
But hold up.
Which would be what happened.
In our bracket, though, Mio took out Ririka.
Oh, yeah, we did have another set of sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so both sisters are fighting
A lot
each
of
other.
drama here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone?
So now they might both be emotionally compromised.
Yeah, that's that.
So they both have a reason to fight, basically. Cool.
Yeah, it's a revenge match.
I feel like if this is like you guys say, they're both gonna be emotionally distraught, which I don't see Kivari doing. I don't think she gives a flying fuck about her sister. She might.
Well, it's an extension of
She
herself.
does,
It's still
though.
her. It's
Yeah,
her.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So in a way,
Mio
someone
might
killed her.
use cyanide in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if she would have... Cyanide's not fast acting. You'd have to ingest it for it to be quick.
Depends on how much you take, though. It's like...
Well, I know you have the cyanide pill stuff that goes
Yeah.
on and stuff, but again, Kirari wouldn't let Mio near her knowing exactly that she specializes in poison. So I don't think that would work.
Well, how can Kirari keep Mio at range? Basically, we're saying Kirari's going to be playing defensively. How can she keep Mio at range?
Yeah. How would she keep her?
Mm.
Stairs.
Yeah, the stairs.
Let's
Take
not
swings
do
at the
this. I
tower
swear to
doors.
God, unbelievable.
Here we go again.
Pushes her
No,
off
no
the
swears.
stairs.
Swear to
She
God.
can use the tower.
Yeah.
She can trap Mio in the center of the stairs.
She could
Yeah.
trap Mio in there.
Yeah.
She could lure her in there. She's
And
like,
she
oh, you
designed
want
that
revenge?
weird dice.
And
Or
she knows the way out.
That other building that she created.
Oh, that weird flower one.
Yeah.
Ki-
And if it's her school,
Yeah.
she could definitely lure
Kirari
her
could
into some
jump
weird room.
on. Kirari could jump on the flower bed, and you would jump from the other window. And
If she
game
can do
over.
math.
Yeah. I think Kirari just has too much control of the surroundings
So she would be using the environment to her advantage.
for sure.
So that's
Suki
what her
forgot
weapon
who
is. It's
Mio
her
was
turf.
Too, and
Oh my god.
my
Wheelchair's been out. Tyranno, dang it.
Tyranno's been
Tyranno
dead.
has been out.
Called her wheelchair.
Damn it.
Unbelievable.
Maybe she wants revenge, and then her chair comes falling from the sky at some random moments.
I don't know if I
I'm
want
too
you up
sober
here,
for this
Suki.
conversation. Much too sober for
At
this
least it's-
conversation.
Yeah.
the wheelchair itself wants revenge.
Yeah, that's what comes back, of course. That makes sense. All right,
God,
so
okay.
Kirari would be
Chair
able
is
to
its
mind
own being.
games, would lure Mio around to
To a
keep her at
specific
bay, and possibly try and
building
kill
or
her.
something. Yeah.
Try and kill her with the environment.
That I can see. Because she has way too much knowledge of even the building itself, as we saw with her gamble with.
Midari's asking who killed which sister. What was that bracket?
Okay,
Look at that
yeah.
one again.
I gotta squint. Mio killed Ririka, and then let me see. Actually,
Yeah, Mio's already poisoned one sister. So she poisoned and killed Kirari's sister. And is now
And then-
coming after Kirari.
but Mio killed Miri, so she killed her own sister and
Yeah, that's what
Kirari's
we
sister,
said. Yeah, so she
killed
had
the
to take
sisters.
out her own sister.
Yeah.
So she had to take out her own sister and then took out Ririka and is now after Kirari.
The only person Kirari has killed is Midari. So.
Midari took herself.
Well, yeah, Midari
Mio,
took herself out.
I don't think Mio would be sensitive to anything anymore
No.
Yeah,
after
she's
killing her
pretty numb.
sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kirari would have that you killed my sister thing
about
going on.
Mio
the
has long
tower.
ass hair. That could be used as leverage.
Hey, folks,
What is
does
What
Mio
about the
know
one
that has-
about explosives?
Explosives. Who's got explosives?
Does Mio know?
Who the
Does Mio
fuck in the
know
series has
about
explosives?
explosives? After all, she knows chemistry.
Well, okay. One does poison,
That's
the other
because you
one
know
does
chemistry.
pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
I don't think bombs come into any of that. Demo man from TF2, get out.
Well,
Okay.
they could take down the tower, but
So what? Where is this going?
So we have like John Wick-esque Mio, who's lost everything, been forced to go and take out someone she loves, has gone after Kirari's twin sister, and is now
Or
coming after
failed.
Kirari herself.
To get the antidote in time.
Ah, yes, the pharmaceutical practice of explosives.
Take 1 to 2 daily.
Call me in the morning.
There's a
New
joke
form
here.
of explosive diarrhea.
I don't think I can say it.
I don't know what it is.
I don't trust you, so we're gonna say no.
I really want to say it.
Shoot, I guess.
Get ready
No,
to
I'm
bleep
not
it
gonna
out.
say it.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
cool.
say it.
Well, anyway,
Nah, fuck it.
you are the most indecisive person.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, anyway.
All right, so who wins?
Well, the server voted. Oh wait, what happened?
Midari came up with something. I think
Okay.
Kirari wins this one. Because of the adrenaline high of killing Miri and Irika, she's running low on adrenaline because of the previous murders, while Kirari hasn't had to lift a finger yet. However, Kirari has weapons knowledge from both Midari and the rest of her family.
Yes.
John Wick had adrenaline for 3 movies.
Why are we
Is that what the argument is? 3 movies for John Wick? I don't.
No,
Those are
just
good
fucking-
points.
Yeah, if this is linear,
That-
then yeah, Mio's just.
That Mio is exhausted, emotionally exhausted, and has been hit to her limit. We don't know how much like trauma she can really handle. And Kirari is effed up.
Yeah.
I think she would have been able to handle that type of lineup. if
Kirari
she had
just needs
do
to grab
that.
the end of the hair and just spin. And then, like, what's that one force where, like,
How are you
I
trying to
forgot-
have her kill someone with hair?
I'm not trying to have her kill someone with hair. I'm just saying, to keep at a distance, theoretically, Kivari would just grab the end of the hair and then just spin. And then that way they're both just spinning.
How? But no one's gonna
Okay,
win
so,
that.
hang on. Okay, have you ever been to, like, a very shady carnival and then there's that one UFO ride?
The one that
Yeah.
spins you and you don't move?
Yeah, and then you can, like, it feels like you're floating and shit. That's what I mean.
So you're saying that Kirari has the strength to grab Mio by her hair and spin her
It's
like
a
she's
long
in a
shot.
giant centrifuge.
Why not?
No, I mean just enough to keep her at a distance, at least for a little bit.
At a distance. So you're saying that Kirari is going to chance getting close enough to Mio to grab her hair instead and not get poisoned by her after she's running on her dead sister and killing Kirari's twin sister
How
and
the fuck
spin
are you
her like a
gonna-
centrifuge.
How the fuck are you gonna tell me that? How the fuck are you gonna say Mio's tired and then say that she's not tired a few seconds later? What the fuck?
What?
I didn't say anything about Mio being tired. I'm asking you about Kirari's ability to get close enough to Mio, who has killed her sister and Kirari's twin sister, and is ready to poison and possibly take herself out in the process because she has no energy left. And like, this is her last thing
I'm
that she's
not-
going to do. She probably doesn't even care about making it to the next
I'm
level.
not
She's like, I'm
saying
going to
this
take
is-
her out. Go on.
I'm not saying the centrifuge is a certainty in a fight
Mm.
between them. I'm saying that it'd be a last-ditch effort to get away from her.
Oh, that if Mio gets too close,
Yes.
she's going to like I don't know, like basketball duck away and grab her hair
Yeah.
and spin her around like
It'd
Super
be a
Mario.
last ditch effort, if anything, yes.
And just slingshot
And
her
just
out
sling
of
her
the
away.
Tower of Doors.
Okay.
Oh my god, I can't. How?
Well,
Somehow we got to this.
I think Derp just wants to watch a cat fight.
Cat fight.
He just wants a cat fight. He's like, go for the
I
hair, grab her weave.
No, grabbing
I
hair
don't have
is
a, I
like,
don't have a comment.
grabbing hair is like a legit thing in fights.
Yes,
don't
I know.
like it.
You can't do it in
But when you're
UFC
out for
fights.
blood, I
though.
feel like you take anything to try and incapacitate your opponent, and that includes pulling hair like a bitch.
Yeah, but I think this is the weapons fight. I think you're going to have
shit.
the hair pulling that you're looking for in the other bracket.
I don't want to say I'm looking for it. I'm just saying it's a thing.
No, I'm going to pin that on you. You want hair pulling, and that's what you're looking for.
I mean,
I'm
you
not
can join
seeing the
whatever the
hand
fuck you
raise. I'm breathing head. Hello. Where? I'm not seeing it unless you're doing it through that emote.
I don't know how mods. I don't think mods can raise hands. I think they just join
Just
because that's
join.
how I got.
Oh, you
That's
should be able to
yeah.
just join then.
Removes my power. I feel. Yeah. See, look. Hello.
And is a show of good faith.
Appreciated.
So, the whole thing for this is fighting with weapons. What you're saying, including weapons, it's just terrible.
We're gonna have the entire server in here at one point or another.
It's a great finale.
Everyone's just defending their waifu.
Yeah.
That's what it's been. Ugh. My God.
Because y'all didn't think Rin would be able to trick everyone his way up to the top.
Apparently. Well, no. Oh, Rin. Yeah.
Rin.
Well,
Yes, Rin. Y'all didn't think Rin was
I
going to
don't
trick
like
his way
him.
up to the
Yeah,
top.
is Rin the anime bits? The one that did
That's
the
You
Ray.
forget everyone.
No.
There we go.
We've had
Okay,
this
there we go.
discussion.
Rin is
Can
the
we
blue-haired one
move?
with foam
Okay.
hair.
All right. Let's focus on trying to get past the first matchup of the day.
'Cause it's been
What was
30
the
minutes.
argument?
Yep.
I
I
think
think-
Kirari would win.
I also think Kirari would win
Oh,
for different reasons.
For no good
Kirari
reason.
won anyway.
I'm not signing the fucking hair
77%.
for.
That's your thing.
Oh,
That's
I
your
was
thing
the
now.
Tower of Doors.
I don't believe you.
Well, I think this has gone too far. No, I can't even comment.
Thanks,
That's a
Oak.
good idea. Just to not continue.
There's
comment.
there's a tower now and a hair slingshot and
Yo.
some other random fuckery here. So
This devolved.
Eh,
Most definitely.
whatever.
Goodness. All right, match 2.
Who,
guys-
who wins anyway?
Kirari was voted to win.
Yeah,
So
Kirari won.
Kirari won the vote.
Yeah.
But it was just hilarious that almost no one could try and figure out exactly how she would win. We were trying to figure out plot armor and things that she could use. It was like, we don't have
Armor
any.
doesn't exist here.
Just, she has the
How many
locations and the
percent?
environment. It was just like, okay, well, this is what we can do. And then Mio's going to be exhausted because she's killed and emotionally killed herself at the same time.
So
So-
we got it to work.
So we got it to work for Kirari to win. So good for her.
Match 2 is Sayaka versus Itsuki. Sayaka
Oh,
would
Sayaka,
win.
100%.
Yeah, easy.
Sayaka.
We have a defender for Itsuki, though.
Oh.
So, do we want to bring her onto the stage while
Yeah,
everyone
I
tries
think
to yell at?
the
Yeah.
audience.
So give me a second. Let me see if
Thanks.
she's open. That'd be
Might
skip
as well
for
have done this in voice chat.
Debates are fun.
Yeah.
Skipger, do you want to defend Itsuki in this fight? I don't know if it's necessarily a fight of pain tolerance between these two. I know Sayaka's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But Itsuki has a lot of cards.
And Itsuki does
She
have a
ripped
bit of a
off her
crazy
nails.
side.
She ripped off her nails in.
Yeah. So her pain tolerance.
So-
Her
Yeah,
pain
that's
tolerance is
fine.
insanely high.
Yeah. Although she did hurt her fingers cutting apples.
What was the strongest thing that Sayaka's done? Besides hitting her head on the wall.
Jumping off a tower because Kirari told him to.
That's
Well, that's like mentally strong.
Yeah, that's mentally strong.
That's like saying, "Oh, you're so strong because you fell down the stairs." I don't know. That's not that hard to do. It's
She
mentally
punched her own
strong to go and jump
concussion.
from there. What was like the actual strength aspect of it? Because we know Itsuki can rip her nails off.
She punched her own concussion.
Well, no, that's pain tolerance again. You have enough pain tolerance to be able to let your body hit the floor as fast as it can. It's not a matter of strength.
She should have died on that fucking stone. She should have died.
She punched a hole into her head.
I don't. No, she
It's a
reopened
loser.
that cut because she hit her head on the floor when she bowed, and then after that she lost herself again, and then punched that same spot. So like she reopened that.
Yeah,
wound.
she opened the wound
It
again.
was already bleeding after she hit the floor. Then it stopped, and then she punched her head.
He said a hole in her head. I just immediately went to Midari. I was like, Midari stabbed her eye out. I thought I was like, you got her mixed up. Okay.
Yeah. I don't
So when
know.
it comes to strength, or like the actual, I think Itsuki has
Sayaka's
the strength
quick,
aspect.
too, because we've seen what she does with the taser. How quickly
Sayaka
she
does have
moves
the
to
taser. I
attack
forgot about that.
June.
How the fuck do you forget about the taser?
Sayaka's not her favorite.
None of my
That's
favorites
like-
made it through
she's
this.
She's like one of the only characters that has a weapon we can associate with.
Whoa, bust through Kool-Aid Man moment? When? I think she's burst through a door. Doors, several. Because during the Mary Mio rock, paper, scissors poker thing. But she's not strong. She couldn't handle Meaty.
No.
Meaty got cut, or she got cut up by Meaty trying to get to Mio during that. So Sayaka's not strong. She's maybe agile and quick, but she's not strong.
No. So I think if it was a matter of strength, but we have weapons. It's weapons again.
Yeah, it's
So
weapons. So Sayaka would have the taser.
Sayaka
probably
has a
have gun
taser.
training. Like,
And Kirari's making it through. I don't want her to move on
I don't.
because she's going to give herself up to Kirari and I'm going to get
Exactly, I
pissed and
don't
it's a
like
stupid
it.
matchup.
Exactly.
That's why I don't want her to move on. So it's just like,
So
I want
basically, you're just
I want
biased.
Itsuki to win. But I don't know if she's going to beat out Sayaka in this.
I
Okay.
voted for Sayaka, but now I even consider switching sides.
Oh, Skipker's raising
Hey,
her
who,
hand.
hey, who
Skip
did
goes
I
ready
vote
to come.
for?
Who did you vote for? Oh,
Yeah.
you voted for Sayaka.
Come on down, Skipker.
Skipker's going to
No,
defend
that's who I
Itsuki.
voted for.
Derps voted for Sayaka as well. Everyone voted for Sayaka except for
I voted for
Skipper.
Exactly.
All right, let's give Skipper
Now
the
I
floor.
want to switch sides.
All right. All right. Hang on. Let's Skipper give her argument first, and then you can explain why you're defecting over to Itsuki's side too.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Oh, hooray, it works this time. That's cool.
Excellent.
Shame.
So in terms of Itsuki, I really think that even though Sayaka has a taser, I don't think she'd be able to get her hands on Itsuki. Like, Itsuki just has, to me, she's stronger, has more stamina, and I don't know, overall, I feel like she has more of a will to live than Sayaka does. Like, Sayaka would give up too easily. And like I feel like the thing would be that as long as she knows Kirari is moving on, she'd be okay with losing. So
But she knows that she needs to move on so that way Kirari can make it to another level.
Because if Sayaka makes it past this match and allows Kirari to win, then Kirari ultimately gets put into the finals.
Hey, Kaede died, right?
Yes, he got killed by Miroslava because you guys didn't want to let him win. Like I said, my favorites didn't make it through this.
Yeah, Kaede wouldn't have won against Miroslava.
But Rin could have used that fight lineup.
How
to
will
move
his
on.
death affect Itsuki?
How does Kaede's death affect Itsuki?
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
heartbreaking because, I mean, it's
I
confirmed
feel
that
like
she
she
likes
go
him.
into a
Yeah.
murderous rage.
Yeah,
sure.
I think
Yeah,
she goes
it's-
nuts.
it's-
I don't think she'd
she-
do what Mio does, which is like getting tired. I think Itsuki would be energized by that death and would continue moving forward.
Yeah, she's the type of person to like I don't want to say spite, but work despite her predicament. What the fuck did I just say?
Yeah, I feel like her willpower and her strength and just the pure adrenaline rushes of rage that she would get, I think she'd knock Sayaka out within moments. She'd be trying to claw her way up to the top.
I think she would, and also would give her a chance to go and get revenge on Miroslava, because she knows Miroslava is going to move forward inside of the next match, because Miroslava is still alive right now. So yeah, I think she'd be on a revenge rampage at this point.
Okay, and the chat is taking her compromised fingies, to quote Honey, into effect.
Oh, how long has it been since
her
she's
fingers still aren't healed, right? Because
they're still wrapped up
At
inside
the end
of the.
at the end of the first season, they were healed, and then they just said fuck that in the beginning of the second season.
Yeah, in the second season, that's what confused me. Yeah, because
Yeah.
she didn't have the bandages at the end of the first season, but in the second season, she had them wrapped up again.
Yeah.
What was the most recent chapter she was in? Crap.
And even if her fingers were somewhat compromised and stuff, she was still functioning after ripping them off.
Yeah, but she hurt herself cutting apples.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
would say. And she couldn't even peel the apple right, so...
Well, that's
So-
rich kid problems.
I guess since we're taking
Adrenaline
your
can only
fingers
take
into
you so
effect.
far, and I think we should stop relying on adrenaline.
I
That shit
don't
will
really
always
think
take
you need
to-
fingers to punch someone. And if she's just throwing, so like, I mean, again,
Sayaka
this
could
is
headbutt
weapons.
the shit out of Itsuki.
Yeah, yeah, with the fingers, kind of need those. So I think.
Do you need them to throw cards and jab them into someone? I don't think so.
Well, how are you? Because if I remember, I went to look up the myth.
You're holding them between
yeah,
your
you're holding
between
them
your fingers. It's not on the actual where your nails are.
Yeah,
You're
no.
not using your nails to go and move them.
But you're still using your fingers, and if you put pressure there, it's still gonna hurt, just like the burns. if you
I've
get
ripped a
burned.
nail off. I don't think.
And that hurts.
Yes, it hurts. But I can still throw stuff. I'm not
But it's
using
not
my
gonna
fingertips
sting.
to pinch it. She's not
No.
pinching the cards between the fingernails that no longer exist. They're sitting between her fingers.
Which fingernail did you rip off?
Which one did I rip off?
I ripped my thumb. I had my
I had
part
a
of my
ring
thumb
finger.
nail
Yeah.
just completely chip off.
Yeah.
You barely ever use a ring finger.
You can still hold
Oh.
things in between your fingers.
Yeah.
Like, are you analyzing my pain tolerance versus hers? She bit her nails off and just tore them out.
No, I'm trying to try and see how valid your story is.
What?
How valid my story is? I'm not trying to throw cards at people, but I could still function without my nail. Yes, it
With
hurts,
one-
but if
with
it's a
your
death...
least used nail.
Say again?
That's the thinking.
I
That's
said
it. Fuck
thumb.
Fuck it's not.
My goodness. You don't even need
Like-
your... So,
We see when she puts pressure on her fingers, it opens up the cuts again. Or too much pressure will open up the cuts again.
yeah,
Because the bandages get soaked again.
right.
So if we're going into the with weapons, kind of pulling what chat's saying, if we were using guns, she would have to put pressure and pull the trigger.
I thought
Or
the
with
guns were
most
out of the
weapons.
picture because it's not something that's on hand. Because we admitted that Sayaka has a taser. We know that Itsuki needs to keep a distance to not get hit by the taser and get killed by Sayaka. But with Itsuki running on the death of her love and wanting possibly revenge against Miroslava and knowing that if she survives past these rounds, she has a chance of facing off against Miroslava. And she also has a chance to go after Kirari.
Yo,
I-
fact. Sometimes tasers can be sometimes tasers don't have an effect on people.
Yeah, sometimes they don't work. Sometimes they don't work and sometimes they kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of it's a mixed bag when it comes to that.
It wasn't
So
according to
reliable.
the situation. I'm just saying, that was an interesting fact I just remembered.
Well, if we bring that into the fray and based
No,
off
we're
of
not
how
gonna
crazy
bring that shit
Itsuki is,
into a
nope,
fray
it's too late. You
because-
put it in. You said it.
Yeah.
You
No,
said it, and you
no.
wanted to validate my nail ripping. So since you brought that up, I think Itsuki being as crazy as she can be and her pain tolerance and being able to rip her nails out by her teeth,
The thing
that
is,
she could possibly
electricity
power
doesn't
through a
work
taser.
fat, so
She could possibly power through a taser.
electricity only travels through muscle, and Itsuki obviously isn't fat as fuck. So the taser will still have an effect on her, considering it was able to take out June.
But if it already took out June,
Yeah, and that doesn't support my argument.
No.
Bitch, I'm stupid
Yep.
as shit. Yeah.
it's all right. It's okay.
I think Sayaka wins.
I don't want her to move on.
I don't either, but
I don't want her
he's
to move
back.
on. Fine,
Who's
Itsuki has injured fingers and her love isn't strong enough to let her beat Sayaka, so fine.
Yeah, we're not using power of love in this. Fuck power of love.
Who's Simp
Sayaka's running off of that to go and save
Sayaka
Kirari.
does.
Sayaka has a
Sayaka
taser.
Simps.
Sayaka Sim's harder.
There's a whole volume for it.
Sayaka seems too harder. I mean, she's
It's ridiculous. No, I want Itsuki's love to be stronger.
But
And
it's
that's
not.
just me. It's not strong enough.
I
Fine.
think
It's
Itsuki
like
has
you
a stronger
forced
partnership, but Sayaka
It's like you
Simps are.
forced Itsuki's
I don't-
simpage
I don't-
though.
I don't think
Yeah.
Itsuki would jump off a tower for love.
No.
Nah, I don't think so.
No, like
No,
It
because
really
she's not
seemed
that
like they
type
just
of
kind of,
crazy.
like- it really seemed like they just kind of like forced her emotions for Kaede. Like Heike. Because he treated her like shit, and then she was like, "Oh, but I love you, so I'm gonna take your life plan."
That might have to be a different discussion that we can talk about in terms of
Yeah,
like, the
marvelous.
relationships
Yeah,
that everyone
we're-
has. But we can table that because
Yeah,
I don't agree. I'd love to have this
suck ass.
conversation though
Put a pin
to go
in
and
it.
talk about that. Yeah, let's put a pin in
I
that.
hate that phrase so much.
But the point that I was making is that Sayaka has been like known for simping for like years in their time.
Mm-hmm.
So her feelings for Kirari are obviously a lot stronger than Itsuki's feelings for Kaede. So I think that is what keeps her going a lot harder
That
than
is a good
Itsuki.
point.
I mean, I guess we have that, but then again, when we're talking about the relationships, which needs to get tabled, Kaede and Itsuki have had aspirations that were sitting behind the council as well. That was what was motivating her and stuff. They had goals in common, and that's what actually built their bond and their relationship, and that's what's kind of motivated Itsuki to continue going. And both her and Kaede have had those points where they've hit low points of like, I can't move forward from here. But then they found something that motivated them to continue going. And they kind of found that in each other. When Itsuki was saved from her fall from grace, she was motivated by Kaede to do so. And when Kaede had his fall from grace, he's a man, so he's not going to turn in for help. So Itsuki stepped in to go and become that help. Again, this conversation probably needs to get tabled so we can move forward.
This entire conversation needs to be pinned.
Yes. Okay. So we'll pin the relationship conversation. That'll go into
It's so,
season 2 of the
it's so
podcast.
cute. It's so cute. I getting red here.
Okay, cool. We got shit
Yeah.
for next week. Let's go.
Yeah.
Who wins?
Yeah.
Who wins? Fuck
Alright. Well, Sayaka won.
Sayaka
Itsuki
won
lost.
based off of votes.
Okay, Soupy, raise your hand.
Oh,
Sir.
Soupy's here?
Yeah, Soupy wants to talk.
Uh-oh.
I'm 92% sure I know about what. I gave you the hand. Why didn't you take it?
Rocket wheelchair.
Oh
I
my
accepted
God.
the request.
There
Nice.
we go.
He's just never gonna. All right, match 3 while Soupy figures this shit out.
Oh my goodness.
Do you think one of the dudes in the art club will draw that
Draw what?
rocket wheelchair?
I don't want to see
I
it.
hope not. I would pray.
No.
We'll take
Match
Shadow
3.
to the fucking moon. Let's go.
Match 3 is Miroslava versus Yuriko.
Well,
She
Soupy's
won't
the
go
only
to the moon
defender
to
for
flex on
Yuriko.
Kivari.
I don't think this is a hard one.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who and who?
Miroslava versus Yuriko. That's Miroslava.
Miroslava.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Miroslava.
Well, we
Easy.
have Soupy defending
She's
Yuriko,
Yuriko.
but Soupy
Soupy-
can't figure out their mic. So our only defender
Okay.
for Yuriko can't speak.
The only reason I'm getting away with it is because you are not accepting the hand raise.
There
Yeah.
should be a button to
So
accept.
her and Midari are dead, so yay, they could be together in death.
I'm kind of curious. Like, I kind of want to entertain Soupy on this
Okay.
because
He doesn't even know who he
really
voted
want-
for.
We have you on for Yuriko,
Oh
Soupy.
my god, sir.
Okay, go on, Derp.
What? I was just saying I wanted to see what Soupy
Soupy
thought.
said, yeah, so we're all waiting. We all agree.
I
Everyone
thought
on
you
the-
were on Soupy's
everyone in
side
this
and that you were going to
council
contribute
agrees.
while we waited for Soupy to figure out their mic. Okay.
I mean, most I can say off the top of my head is
Mhm.
I honestly don't even know.
Yeah, right? I know. So we're
She
just
has
waiting for
good
Soupy.
poison tolerance? Fuck it. I don't know.
No, she
No.
doesn't. She
There's no
passed
point.
out in the middle of the match, so they had to
Yeah, I
end
know.
it.
She built up a tolerance because of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Soupy figured it out yet or no?
Maybe
No,
she's too
Soupy,
heavy for
raise your hand
Miroslava
again.
to fucking carry with one hand.
Miroslava picks up someone with one shoulder and pins it to the wall. No.
Maybe.
No.
It's unlikely. But still.
Okay, I sent him another. Okay, he is
Miroslava's
up here
built
now.
different.
Hello, Soupy.
Oh,
How
What
are
am I
you?
talking about?
Not wheelchair.
Yuriko.
Okay, then why am I up here?
Why did you ask?
Because you
to come
voted
up
for
here?
Yuriko.
I wanted to talk about wheelchair.
Wheelchair's been dead since last week.
Oh my lord.
Hey. I'm going to indulge of that.
How the fuck would a wheelchair win against
Yuriko
Miroslava?
could use the wheelchair.
Oh my god.
No, I'm
Hey,
telling you.
Yuriko could use the wheelchair. Go on, elaborate.
How does Yuriko end up with the wheelchair?
The poison paralyzed her.
Looting.
Looting.
There were two completely different answers to that. I am, once again, too sober for this conversation.
Okay, but are you
But
looking
what?
at chat too? Though?
What's happening in chat? What is happening? Where is that
Miroslava
coming
can
from?
punch through wheelchairs now. Well, I mean the fabric of the wheelchair. If it's, I feel like Tyrna would have like a really bougie wheelchair. Annoyingly sturdy.
It gets pushed around by what's your face. I don't
Yeah.
think it's anything special.
I think it would be. It
I don't-
wouldn't look
So
like anything
Miroslava
special, but
would
it's
win.
like stupid rich.
So what?
How the
She'd press a
fuck
button and all of a
Yuriko
sudden she's
get
in a
this
mech?
far?
How did who?
How did
How
Yuriko
did
get this
Yuriko
far?
get
Oh.
this far?
'Cause
Yeah, let's
I
look at
hate this
Yuriko's
server.
line and see how you guys got her to move this far. Go on, Cammy.
Going
Oh
off.
my god, where is?
Oh.
No, Cammy's gonna explain Yuriko's
If I
victory
could
path.
find her, I'm so. Oh, okay. She was versus Ryota last, and this server is
Oh, that's how.
very against Ryota.
Y'all were
Sad.
rude.
So it was like an easy pass. I hate all of you.
It shouldn't have been easy. I
It
think
shouldn't have
Ryota would
been.
have beaten
I'm
Yuriko.
so mad.
Yeah,
Eh,
I
So
think
yeah, that's
she
how she
would've-
got here.
I think
So
Ryota would have been Yuriko too. But
Soupy, do you have anything to say before I shove you back into the audience gracefully?
No.
okay,
All
into
right,
the
thank
wheelchair
you
and
for
over the
joining
cliff
us.
you go.
Unfair.
I love the gracefully.
Yes, gracefully. Okay, so that's just a run and we're good. Miroslava wins. Our quickest
Yeah.
conversation.
It's
Good
just
job, guys.
taking that long.
Easy.
That was our quickest.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yep.
sad.
Cool. Miroslava won 77% to 22. All right, match 4, and then we get into the ones that we just created for our discussions. Was Mary versus Yumeko.
Let's go.
Someone's
We're
excited.
gonna figure it out before
Dude,
the manga does.
Yeah, right?
Dude, I've been thinking about this for like a year now.
Okay. All right,
No.
lay it on us.
The
No,
table
not,
is
not
yours.
exactly a year. So, honestly, I'm more of like a devil's advocate when it comes to this.
Mhm.
I don't have a definite winner, but I think Yumeko would win.
Oh my god, I hate.
Yeah.
I love the chat. All the brains in the chat is so beautiful.
Everyone is saying Mary.
It should be Mary, and I will. Oh,
It could be.
What do you
Like
think
I
ties it
said
up?
on the first like I said on the first episode of this, Yumeko is fast as fuck. Mary is stronger. Possibly, most of my sources for Mary's strength is the side stories that are dubiously canon at best and just not canon at worst.
Right.
Yeah. But she still seems to, like, I feel like she could hold her own. And again, like I said in the first episode, Yumeko, while she can seemingly teleport, she still gets tired easily. So it's just an endurance fight. It'll just be Mary playing defensively for a bit, and then being able to go on the offensive once Yumeko tires out.
And you don't worry about her confidence, like messing her up. You know, usually how she just overthinks it.
Her ego will definitely fuck her over, and Yumeko could definitely. She definitely knows Mary far better than Mary knows Yumeko.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she would know how to avoid her when she tires out.
But would Yumeko want to kill Mary?
To go after Kirari? Knowing Kirari's making it through this? You see this lineup.
Yeah.
Kirari's made it through. Sayaka's made it through.
Yeah.
Kirari's passing Sayaka and making it to finals.
Oof.
Which means Yumeko has to beat Mary to go after Kirari.
Ouch.
Rivalry or not, like, she's got a goal, girl.
Ugh. I don't.
Why don't we gamble over this? Mary punches Yumeko.
Please, I need that.
Yeah.
Just swing.
Wait.
That,
Pulls out
that
a deck
I
of
need
cards.
art. She's like, rock, paper, scissors. Mary goes, rock, right into her face.
Perfect.
Yeah, and Yumeko would know that she's not down to play, so she only has one option and to go full force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mary's a scholarship kid.
Then again,
Fuck
on
out
Mary's side, she's strong as fuck, so she can she definitely has a high pain tolerance.
Supreme Leader wants to speak. Oh. Mod,
What?
And
you got chat. Someone wants to talk.
and if that
Okay,
one
yes.
side story comic is to be believed, she knows how to put people in a headlock
Okay.
and suplex and shit.
All right, honey is here.
We're missing something very important in this discussion.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
Ririka is already dead. So that means that Mary already has that extra charge because her sentence is already out.
Her simpage.
So true.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
So true.
She's ready to like go full force, like, you know, hand through walls to go like be at the top because the person that she has like all of her affection on is already out.
Mm-hmm.
So even
We
though
got
like her
shipping
killer
wars.
is already out as well,
We pulled the relationships
she's ready to
back
like
in.
go to the top to prove that she didn't die in vain.
Yeah.
That assumes the theory. What theory? It's all but confirmed now, but that pretty much says that Mary and Ririka are in a relationship completely.
Well, it's
We
not
already said that's
necessarily even
non-verbal.
that. It's the confirmation of how close those two have grown together. And that getting broken.
Yeah, but I'm still holding on to the theory that well, not theory. I'm still holding on to the possibility that Mary still likes Ryota.
What?
Oh my
What?
goodness. Okay,
Wow.
we're pinning the relationship wars. Pinning relationship
That's what we're
wars.
gonna start. If it's okay
that
with the
could
mods.
be a triangle.
Yeah, if I want
And she has two reasons now.
no.
I wrote an essay on why Mary would like Ryota.
Oh, okay.
I think
Okay.
that'd be
Like
fun to start the next season with getting to know everyone's favorite ships, I guess. at
Yeah,
this
we
point.
could do shipping wars.
This will be interesting. But anyway,
I did ask on an essay because I was trying to prove someone wrong.
Ah. Okay. But
I don't think it worked.
but back
You
to
failed.
this, because Ryota's dead. Y'all didn't let him move forward at all. So he's
He's a
gone.
little bitch.
yeah, so okay, in this case, no. Stop the Ryota hate.
He is kind of a bitch. I'm not even I can lie. He is kind of a bitch.
But yeah, Mary's lost her best friend. and has lost her
I mean,
partner.
well, both of them.
Yeah, like that's why I'm saying interchangeably. You could put best friend Ririka, best friend Ryota. I'm not gonna tap into any of that, but she's lost both of those people, and now she just says Yumeko, and she's already been satisfied with her gamble against Yumeko to the point where when Yumeko was like, "Oh, we tied, so let's fight again," she was like, "No, Ririka needs to get a chance." Like that, Ririka has now been shown to be a higher priority to her than Yumeko is. Like she's satisfied with where she's at with Yumeko.
And now both of them are motivated to go after Kirari.
Well, who would Mary blame for their deaths?
See, Kivari didn't kill Ririka, but now it's kind of like she's fighting for Ririka to show that she didn't die in vain.
So it's not necessarily coming after Kirari. It's just her wanting to win it all.
At the top.
Winners.
Right.
So John Wick, basically.
Yeah, like, Ririka was the puppy, and now Mary is John Wick.
So Ryota is the wife.
No.
Stop bringing him back. Stop. He's dead. You guys didn't let him live.
I commend you, Derp, for standing amongst the rest of us and trying to fight for your ship, dude.
Ryota's the car.
Can we quote that? Ryota is the wife. Just Mary has this weird video of Ryota on her phone. But she doesn't go on a killing spree until her puppy Ririka dies.
Yes, yes.
That's what motivates.
Wow.
That's what motivates her. Oh my god.
I need that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
stuff got intense all of a sudden.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So then, I think I want to flip it because the results, sadly, because I guess the whole server is like soupy and just said Yumeko would win because they like Yumeko. Yumeko was the voted winner, 66.7% to 33 to Mary, which, I mean, the rest of us who are here,
oh boy,
Sansupi, agree that Mary would win. And I
Wait, why don't we get an updated vote? Have people vote in the chat.
In chat? Oh, you're trying to...
All right. Yeah.
You're saying that because there were like 8 Marys in it.
Yeah.
It's time for the coup, guys.
Time to place your vote. Spam Mary, guys.
Nice.
I mean, well, if we're doing this, we might as well do it for everyone to keep it fair.
Well, then wouldn't it just be a vote here and then you just use the emotes?
So this is the last one that we had on this survey, but we have the semifinals and then the finals that we're gonna get live here.
Yeah.
This was the only fight I gave a shit about. Every other fight I just kind of bullshit on the answer because it was required.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 5.
Yeah, let's like Mary.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
let's like
4,
Mary.
5. Okay, yeah, Mary wins.
I
Yay!
think Mary's ego and boastful nature would do her in. But then again, I think when she's off of blood, she's not gonna be boasting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think at this point she's gonna focus on wanting to be the winner in honor of Ririka.
Yumeko would use guerrilla tactics of hit and run.
I feel like it would be a very intense fight because Yumeko's got a crap ton of shit and no one knows about.
She's in the trees.
Well, Yumeko's motivation is to face off against Kirari. And Mary's motivation is to live in lieu of the death of her close ones. Mm-hmm. And taking
Yumeko
down her last close friend. Oh my goodness.
I don't think she would
Yumeko's
kill
definitely
Mary.
the type of person to believe that all's fair is love and war and shit. She's definitely read Sun Tzu. Just, I think she knows what she's doing.
But she wouldn't win out against Mary.
No.
Is what we're saying.
No.
I think Yumeko would know Mary enough to beat her.
I would hope
That's
so.
plot armor shit, though. You just said there's no plot armor.
Yeah,
it's not plot armor shit. It's just basic. It's just getting in the character.
But what would she do to
turns into
outsmart
plot
Mary
armor.
at that point? I know she wants to win really bad to go after Kirari, but I don't think she has anything in her repertoire to actually beat out Mary.
She has knowledge of the entire school.
What do you mean?
Plot armor.
No, I mean, like, she would know where to hide and where to go in order to avoid Mary.
But how would
No,
she
she
take her out?
wouldn't. Mary's been at the
Mary
school
would-
longer.
Well, she's just like I said, hit and run for Yumeko.
But then Mary would track her down. And Mary's been at the school longer, so she would know all those things. Or most of those things.
And Yumeko has low stamina.
Yeah,
she
yes.
has. She has,
yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, she got shot.
Asthma
That is-
kills
that
That kills
Yumeko.
the match.
That's it, yeah. Can't walk
Yumeko's
up
asthma does her
5
out.
flight of stairs.
That asthma.
She's out.
Yeah, it's stairs.
She managed to
stairs.
climb 5 stairs in 5 minutes. That's
If this
kind
is
of
still
impressive.
taking place at the Tower of Doors,
I'm
she's
fat
dead.
as fuck.
That'd be hilarious. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So
All
things
right,
have
she can
changed.
use a tower too.
Mary wins.
Yeah.
Just trap her up there with fucking Miro. Mio, whatever the fuck her name is.
Alright, cool.
The bus just stuck up.
Well, that's our first
Oh.
lineup that actually changed because we had so many people.
Yeah, I
walking
guess
in.
Mary would win. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
I wish everyone was here for Riri cut, and maybe that wouldn't have happened.
I wish everyone was here for
It
Midari.
was a success.
Okay, but Midari wouldn't win. There's
Well, it was Midari versus Kirari, right?
yeah.
I feel,
And
George said,
Kirari
I
wouldn't-
feel like Mary would want to, at least some degree of revenge on Kivari for forcing Ririka to live in her shadow. Her character is plot armor.
We're past that. We're on Midari now. We're on Best Girl.
Midari's
it
been
was-
dead since the preliminaries.
Dude, but I didn't switch teams. That's just accept.
Yeah, but Honey didn't get to talk about it, and that was
Oh. Okay.
So it was Midari versus Kirari, right?
Mhm.
Kirari wouldn't pick up a weapon.
Suicide.
Like, she went so far out of her way to not have to play any sort of, like, weapons game against Midari. Like, in canon. She wouldn't play,
Because it wasn't
ESP
interesting to
game.
her. That's what the thing was. She was no longer interested in Midari. Midari didn't give her
and you're
any
saying
excitement.
interested with this?
Yeah, because it's a death battle. Why would she
It would
just
be a death battle
let
with,
herself die?
with the, it would be a death battle with the, ESP game.
The
she
suspense
didn't
would
play
be
that
too
either.
much, and Midari would die of a heart.
Just getting to finally play, like Midari asks Kivari, like, can we
like,
play?
She's so
yes.
overjoyed and she
and then
fucking
just a flat
Her
line.
heart
collapses on the
bursts.
spot. Yeah.
Poor girl.
Easy one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
It's what she would have wanted.
It is
All right,
what she
so now we're
wants.
into the just our discussion matches
Yeah.
to find the winner. So, all right, yeah, let's get this one out of the way. Next one would be Kirari versus Sayaka. So vote in
Oh.
the chat.
Oh my god. Here we go.
I hate this one so much.
Let's go. Kirari wins. Let's go.
It's, especially if it's life or death. Like Sayaka's already proven that she would die for Kirari, so it's just
So I could kept the cyanide pill just for this.
no.
Nice.
I'm reading Skipper's comment. Took it off Mio.
Looted.
She's like, she just looted it off of her dead body. This is important.
I'm kind of curious. How would Sayaka win this fight?
How would Sayaka win?
She doesn't want to
Yeah.
win it.
If
I know she doesn't, but
Kirari
what
told
to
her,
how?
or Kirari like did something to ensure that Sayaka won. Because if Kirari
She would
also
win by
fought
becoming the
Mio,
dom in the relationship.
Kirari could have. What the heck? What?
I am too sober for this conversation.
You and me both.
No, you're not.
But okay, wait, because Kirari fought Mio, right? Yeah, so she would have the cyanide pill. Kirari. The only way Sayaka would win is if Kirari took a pill, and then entering into the match with Sayaka was like, we have 10 minutes.
Okay, Mira. Sorry, we have an emote vote. So we have one emote sitting out there for Kirari and another one for Sayaka.
You know, the Sayaka emotes that get like never even used.
Are you talking about how quickly cyanide will kill you?
Sayaka would be Picard's.
I think.
This is all fictional, and I just tossed out a number and minutes. That's the only way. Like, Kirari
I
would
have-
want Sayaka to win.
Why would she
And
want
I have-
Sayaka to win?
I don't know.
I have opinions.
Yeah.
I feel like they would both die in this one. I mean, we saw how Kirari was willing to jump out of a window to chase after Sayaka from the Tower of Doors.
Oh, would she have jumped if it was a certainty of death?
I feel like
No.
she still would.
I don't think she would.
Because
I
this
think-
whole...
Go on.
She is a manipulator. I don't think
Oh.
she would.
But she also does have feelings for Sayaka.
Sayaka, yeah.
She's
I think
interested in
Kirari will
Sayaka,
find a way.
but I don't think that she would
Kirari
follow
will
her to
find
death.
a way to kill but not kill Sayaka.
Or is that what she's playing at, simply to keep Sayaka around because she still needs her?
Because I was thinking about this the other day. Kirari has never actually, like, forced Sayaka to do something or, like, stress her out. It's Sayaka putting her own stresses on herself.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
100%.
Which makes her the perfect tool.
And I
No,
don't think
because it
Kirari
means
would
that,
fight
like-
her. No, I don't think Kirari would fight her if Sayaka wanted to throw the match for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what becomes in terms of their relationship and how they work together. Like, and even going back to the Tower of Doors, I don't think Kirari would have hopped out of the Tower of Doors with Sayaka if she had the wrong answer. She went out there out of the sheer joy of how dedicated Sayaka is and how smart she is. Everything that Sayaka does is well thought out, is well planned, and even when things don't work out, she follows it to a T, and that is her greatest fault, and that is what absolutely fascinates Kirari. So Kirari will follow her in that regard, trusting that Sayaka will always be predictable in that way. And I think that if it were to come to this type of death battle, Kirari will go with whatever Sayaka has thought out, but she's not going to go and die for Sayaka. I don't think that's in her nature.
No, but like, just say that like if they threw in the towel, like someone throws in the towel, then they get shot in the back because like someone sadistic is the one setting this up.
Mm-hmm.
If they both threw in the towel, then they would both still die.
So you're talking about neither of them wanting to kill the other.
Right. So they would both
But-
still die.
I don't think Sayaka would allow that type of opportunity.
Yeah.
She wouldn't sit there
At
and
that point,
like Hunger
if
Games it
neither of
saying
them-
neither of us are
if-
going to do this.
Then that's just
Sayaka would think it out and be like, one of us has to die because that's what the rules are. I can't chance both of us doing that. Like, she would think what you're thinking of. That someone would probably make that decision done. And so Sayaka will actually take it upon herself and be like, I will make sure that decision is done and I will be the one to die.
Yeah.
She's not going to take it a chance of like, oh, we can both survive. Or like, even if Kirari wants that, she's not going to chance it because she's thinking about the worst case scenario. And if that worst case scenario is someone else making that decision for them, she ain't going to let that happen. She will die for Kirari. So Sayaka's not making out of this alive, even if Kirari wants it.
Yeah.
Right. But you just said that like Kirari would follow Sayaka because everything that Sayaka does is very well thought out.
Which means she
If
would let
Sayaka's throwing
Sayaka
in the
die.
If Sayaka's throwing in a towel, then Kirari would follow suit and also throw in the towel.
No, I don't think Kirari would follow her. When I say that she'll follow her plan. She knows what Sayaka wants to do. She understands how
And she would
Sayaka
respect
thinks.
that.
Hmm?
And she would respect
She would respect her
Sayaka's
decisions. She's not going to turn back around and say, I'm going to die as well. Sayaka's goal is for Kirari to live and make it to the end. So she will do that.
But also, after Sayaka dies, what does Kirari have to live for? Her twin died. Her, I guess, girlfriend-ish died.
She would follow her plan.
She would follow her.
She would follow the plan of Sayaka's plan. That's what, just like you said with
everyone wants
Mary.
to take her.
It-
There is
but
some
if
weird
Kirari died,
fascination.
what would Sayaka live for?
Yeah, it would be a done deal at that point. Neither of them would continue moving forward if what you're saying is true.
Well, I think Sayaka would not move forward if she lived and made it past this round. There
Yeah.
would be absolutely nothing for her to live for. We saw it with Tower of Doors. She was like, all right, I lost.
You think the
Jumps.
author would be proud of this?
With Kirari, I think there's a weird twist of fascination that we've seen time and time again where it's like, okay, I've experienced this. I've experienced this. What else is there to experience at this point? Yes, I'm crushed emotionally, but this is a weird feeling and I want to experience more of this.
Yeah,
And
but
she
she's
creates the
lost
feeling of
everything.
losing.
But she's lost everything. She's lost her twin. She's lost
Which
her
is what
girlfriend.
Kirari's
Which
been
is
looking
new to
for.
her. And
Kirari's
that's
been
new to her,
looking
so
for
then
this
she
type of
would
like
still,
excitement.
Yeah.
She's been living essentially vicariously through a number of people. Watching how Midari deals with that and so this would be something more personal to her. And I think it would excite her because a lot of things have been in her control. And I think following Sayaka's plan is something that she would do if, out of respect for Sayaka and her sacrifice.
Well, I also think that Sayaka would throw in the towel thinking that Kirari would follow suit because Kirari versus Miroslava. Miroslava would take it upon herself to kill Kirari in the most brutal way. Because Kirari is the head of the household.
Well, yeah.
We haven't
So
really
she would
seen
torture her.
Miroslava have
And it
anything
would be a quick
against
death versus a
Kirari,
torturous
though.
death.
Like, Miroslava's just kind of following the ones that do actually have a gripe with Kirari around. We haven't seen Miroslava actually, talk down to or, be upset about Kirari. Like, she was following around Tyranno, and then now she's following around Rin with the scum coin, but she herself has not had anything against or said anything against Kirari. She's not even, she dropped out of the election, almost immediately.
Sure, but
Miroslava doesn't have a big stake in this.
But that's Kirari's family.
She comes from, Miroslava comes from a family of hitmen.
I zoned out and then came back, and you guys were talking about entire families. I thought, where the fuck did this go?
Fast and Furious. We were at Fast and Furious.
No, we're still trying to figure out exactly how Kirari's motivations would keep her going. I don't think she'd die along with Sayaka.
I think Kirari would devise a plan to kill and not kill
Basically,
Sayaka at the
this
same
entire
time.
argument involves
Again.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
Oh, I said that Kirari would find a way to kill and not kill Sayaka at the same time. Again.
You think so?
Are you listening?
I think
I
Sayaka.
think cults do that all the time. Basically, this entire argument devolves into whether or not Kirari truly loves Sayaka.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, because we brought that up with the Kaede one in Miroslava.
I think she'd shoot her and she'd be unconscious but not dead, I think. Or maybe she'd take
That's
Mio's
called
poison
comatose brain death.
antidotes.
I think Kirari is so enchanted by Sayaka that she will do what Sayaka wants. But I don't think Sayaka would ever wish for Kirari to die with her. You saw how crazy she looked in her eyes when she saw Sayaka hop out of the... Sayaka hopped out of the tower and Kirari followed. She was like, no, you can't die with me. Even if it was... there wasn't even a single thought of oh, she's coming with me, Romeo and Juliet. No. She was like, no, you're gonna die. You can't be out here with me. She did not want that.
Yeah.
So Sayaka will not allow Kirari to die, no matter how romantic the gesture would be. That's not what her plan is. She wants Kirari to live and to achieve her goals and to continue doing so and to stay by her side as long as she can. In this fight, this is as far as she can go. And this is her last ditch effort and her last piece of control to make sure Kirari makes it as far as she can. So she will sacrifice herself and ensure that Kirari is able to move on into to the finals.
Well, we've already established that they can see the bracket before they head into their next round, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Sayaka knows that she's going to have to fight against Miroslava, because there's no way that Mary's going to win against Miroslava.
Is there? We haven't spoken about those two. So do we want to table this and go and try and figure out who wins out Miroslava versus Mary?
But then that alters how we decide these two win, though. That's what we're writing off.
Oh, there's something. The rules don't say that you need to kill the other to win.
Yeah, because I didn't take this as deathmatch, but then Derp did, and then that's how we've been writing it out.
Exactly.
It's
So,
all
That's what I
Derp's fault.
fucking meant.
Yeah,
I
so
don't-
Kirari will find that bridge.
That's what I fucking meant. You
we've
guys
gone
changed the
so
rules.
far.
No, you
and we've
changed it. You
committed
brought
to
in
it,
death battles.
So
We have it
that
recorded.
has altered the results with like Mary and like.
Look, I said I fucking meant death battles. Or at least that's what I had in mind. And you guys said, okay, I guess we're doing death battles, so that's part of the fucking rules. then.
Yeah, so we honored that.
Like Kirari could just just shoot Sayaka point blank, but Sayaka could use a Kevlar vest and fuck that.
Where would
I'll fake her
just
death,
fall
basically.
and yeah, exactly. The rules don't say you need to kill.
Oh my god.
They kind of
I love how the rules
Yeah,
keep
they
changing
kinda-
as we move on. You like are just trying to keep
Power of
them alive as
waifus.
much as
Well,
possible.
but that's Kakegurui. You always find the breach in the rules. And
shit.
Y'all didn't do that for Rin. Y'all didn't do that for Yubara. You didn't do that for anyone else. And then all of a sudden now it's like, oh, well, they don't have to die. You and your waifus.
I mean,
man.
to be fair, I wasn't here for the last, 4 episodes.
But you said you were going to be.
I didn't say I was going to be.
You were signed
I said I
on
was
to go
going
and
to be
talk for some
one,
of these.
and then I got called into work, and then I
Oh,
didn't make
sad.
that,
Mm.
I didn't make that promise anymore.
Mhm.
But I'm
Okay.
here now.
Yay.
That's what's important for the finale.
Yes. Well, I
So
mean,
where are
especially
we?
because, my wife's already out.
Yeah, all of my favorites are out too. I don't even know what I'm arguing for anymore.
Well, mine's out now.
George, How
'cause
did you
everyone
allow this to
voted.
happen? I left my trust in you.
All right, so
So
No, I
what's the
suggested
emote
this
votes?
sort of-
Kirari
this-
wins.
I suggested this tournament as a joke.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then this has brought out a lot of engagement, so it's good. And then
it's
we'll
kind
do
of serious.
It's fun.
Cool, I can bring the engagement, but it'll come at the cost of the host's sanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a year's worth of experience. I know what I'm doing.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
then we just have a cut through all of the podcasts of the times that he asks, "What the f am I saying?"
There's so many.
Yep.
All right, with
That'll
the
just be
emote
fair.
vote.
votes.
Oh.
How did the
I-
emote
look,
vote
I
go?
do
Was
words
anyone
good.
voting?
Kirari won
You
with the
just don't
emote
understand
votes.
Oh, okay.
So Kirari moves on. Alright, and then it was Miroslava versus Mary. So everyone vote in the chat.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck, they're both pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So it's just
not easy as it
what
seems.
comes into play here
Solid person
is
wins.
discipline.
That's very presumptuous of you.
What comes into play here is discipline versus desperation between these two. That's how I feel it goes.
The Miroslava has such a soft heart, and if she finds out or kind of realizes what's driving Mary, I feel like
But would Mary tell her? That's the thing. Who would tell her? Miroslava figured out Itsuki's motivations.
because who killed Vivika? Okay, someone in the family. So then Mary absolutely hates the family at this point.
Oh,
Is
100%.
writing off of that.
Yeah.
Watch
100%.
Miroslava win and then have to clean up the entire mess. Just a bunch of
So
bodies
messed
lying
up.
around.
I thought they weren't dying.
I mean, her family does run a cleaning service.
They're like waiting outside the school on call.
Is she a hitman
But
or
like
a
with
cleaner?
a bunch
They
of
only
vans.
say cleaner. They never
Yes,
say
and then
hitman
you
or
guys all
anything like
fought saying she's a hitman and she can kill people.
No.
When I was like, she can
Yeah,
go and hide things
because-
and go and change up the scene to go and frame
Because
people.
cleaning
But it doesn't
service-
necessarily mean she kills people.
You know,
she just moves
cleaning
people out of the
can,
spot.
can be a nice way of saying putting someone down, which is a nice way
Cleaning-
of saying killing someone.
Cleaning- Let me talk. Cleaning service is like
How
a
about no?
front. Shut the fuck up. Cleaning service
Oh.
is a front for being a hitman, and it's used in so many movies. I mean, it's even used in John Wick. Whenever they're like, "Yeah, let's call the cleaners."
They clean up
The
the mess
cleaners
that John
aren't
Wick
the
did,
ones
though.
doing the killing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, look at her
John Wick is
gloves.
not a good
Oh.
example here.
Okay, yeah, you guys haven't been able to reference
John Wick.
anything. Because
Every
even
Okay.
in
single
The
fight.
Irishman, the cleaners are the ones that are cleaning up the mess. Even in The Godfather, the cleaners are the ones cleaning up the mess. They are the
They
ones
are not
cleaning
the
up what has
killers.
been done.
They are
She
not
has
the
hitman
killers.
gloves.
But she is a part of a cleaning family. That doesn't mean she's doing the killing. They are messing with the scenes. They are the ones called on to go and clean up those areas. That doesn't mean she's a killer.
Look at her gloves.
Why did the gloves? Why?
Okay,
They're
that's
to
just like
hide
last week
fingerprints.
saying her last name
Her-
and her being Russian
gloves-
means that she kills people. How are the
her
gloves
gloves
killing?
do
Those
seem
are
to be
motorcycle
leather.
gloves. Those are
They
motorcycle
seem to
gloves.
be leather.
She's wearing leather gloves, which means that she can wrap piano wire around them and not hurt her hands.
So if I
Yeah,
grab leather,
cleaner
if I put on
gloves would
next
be
time I put
rubber,
on my leather
not
gloves,
leather.
I'll just
Yeah, if you put on
automatically
your
have
leather gloves, then you're a
John
killer.
Wick immediately.
Yep. You have a garrote.
Well,
It
well,
appears
when
in your
you're
hands.
When
You're
your family
Agent
is described
47.
as a cleaner, that only leaves so many possibilities. Because you're not cleaning you're not holding fucking
Cleaning shit
chlorine
up.
with
No,
rubber.
go ahead, say it. You
Yeah,
are.
you're not cleaning up blood with fucking fluorine or with fucking
Also,
leather gloves. You're
I
using
want
rubber.
everyone to rewatch John Wick and then fix their statements.
And then also, whenever she comes up to Itsuki and has her basically pinned against the wall, and then Itsuki's like, "Oh shit, today's the day. I'm not ready to die." And how everyone
That-
looks all nervous whenever she walks into the room.
Uh-huh.
She comes
Because
from a
everyone's
murderous family.
intimidated from her. No.
Hey,
Everyone's intimidated.
The
everyone's
family are
intimidated by
cleaners.
her chlorine.
Are we arguing over a fucking metaphor or how they used to define a word?
Yes,
but
because
that-
it matters. But
It
hello,
matters in terms of Miroslava's ability to
I
kill.
know it, I know it
Because we're
matters.
saying
I'm
she's
just-
from a cleaning family,
she's
which means that
very-
they're
That's
cleaning
the
up
movie
the
example.
aftermath.
Oh, okay.
She's
Skipper has a
very
movie
clearly-
example.
example.
She's
Leon
very
the
clearly able to tell.
professional. Leon the professional. He refers to himself as a cleaner, and they call the work of being a hitman cleaning.
Okay. There we go. There's one. All right.
A very old one.
Yeah.
The argument
But we
doesn't
also
really
use The
matter.
Godfather, too.
It's still a term.
Yeah, it's
But
for
even in
being
The
a
Godfather,
hitman.
they weren't the ones.
okay.
They weren't killing in The Godfather. So we have an outlier where a hitman is a cleaner. So we're going off of Leon the Professional as now our basis rather than the other 4 movies that we also mentioned.
And I sent a definition way back, too, about this. I sent a screenshot of a definition saying that hitmen and cleaning go hand in hand, like it is the same job. It just depends on who's referring to it. Yes, cleaners clean up the messes, but cleaners also kill people.
Hey, how about we stop looking at the
Is a
definition
wiki.
of the word and
Interrogation
looking at
and
the
cleanup
evidence?
services. Okay, we got the wiki
How about we
page.
look at
Thanks,
the
honey.
evidence that we have that
December.
Miroslava is a hitman or something, or just a cleaner?
Specialize in
cleans up bodies.
interrogation and cleaning up business. It's quoted. So it's still just as vague as we're trying to figure it out. It doesn't.
Her
Yeah.
family does
'Cause we don't-
interrogations.
Okay, let's do this.
Interrogations
What
doesn't mean you
evidence
kill
that she-
anyone.
Let's do this. What is evidence that she is a hitman?
The quote
guess her
unquote cleanup
gloves.
service, the fact that her family does
Let's avoid the
interrogations.
Let's avoid the cleanup service.
Yeah.
I thought that was the
That's
fucking.
Yeah,
canon.
that's the road bump. So yeah,
Did
if
she
we
say
avoid
that
it,
she knows about torture?
I thought,
Tortured
Yes,
Yes,
I
and
thought,
because
kill.
there's interrogations.
Didn't she
I thought-
say she knows about torturing?
I thought guillotine.
torturing
did
and killing is
torturing
not
and-
should not be the same thing. Like
Oh, but they are pretty close.
they're close,
Close enough.
but
Close enough.
Close
I
enough.
thought
Oh my
guillotine
God.
was the torture and cleanup, or not cleanup, the
What?
torture and interrogation.
What now? Say that again?
Interrogation and cleaning up service.
Who's guillotine again? I thought she.
that was
I
Eddie
thought
Me.
she-
Oh yeah, no,
Bushibani.
Eddie Me is the family that kills and does stuff.
No, not
Right?
killed.
Oh,
She
they
does
torture.
like.
They
Torture.
They're the
Yeah,
torturing
They're the
family.
torture
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
And
Miroslava
then, yeah,
is
so if you have a
interrogation
family
and
that
cleanup.
tortures and then a family that does the cleanup,
Those two have to
Torture
work
doesn't-
together.
Torture doesn't mean execution, does it?
no,
Oh,
it does
no,
not,
we're
but it
back on
means
this
harm.
again. We're back on this again, motherfucker.
You brought us back.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, I still think Miroslava will kill the life out of Mary.
In the layout of the family, how I see it is
Clean.
Miroslava's family is the one that will interrogate. Erumi's family is the one that is physically torturing them. And then Miroslava's family cleans it up. Because to have those two separated rather than just having Miroslava's family be the cleanup, quote-unquote, family.
I think even cleanup would be just getting rid of any evidence, and that would include executions and assassinations.
See, I don't think that's the case because these families seem to be so compartmentalized in their specializations. So we have it outside of quotes that they do interrogations. We have inside of quotes that they clean up business, which means they're gathering information and they're protecting the other businesses of the family by any means necessary. But there has to be another group that does there has to be another group that does the killing because there's another one that's cleaning it up. They are sectionalizing so many aspects of how they control the world. You can't have the killer be the person cleaning it up at the same time. That's too much of one person handling a job. One family handling both aspects makes no sense. You would want them separated so that way anyone who's trying to follow those lines would be thrown across different family members. And it would be too hard to go and follow it.
You actually wouldn't want to include that many people in the execution of one or two people, because that means that there's more people that are going to think on you.
But if it's...
You would want to have it just being one or two people within it. Plus, also, Miroslava is in a completely different country. Her name is Russian. Everyone else is in Japan.
But if we're going off of, like, mafia, Yakuza things, you want to keep it as misguided as possible. And if the family's that tight, it would be easy to transfer these things through.
Yeah. If you have a bunch of footprints going all over in different directions, you're going to throw off anyone trying to chase them down.
Dagger, so I feel like cleaning and assassination would be in the same family. Because it'd be much simpler to communicate.
The family isn't tight, though. They all don't like the other branches.
But they're all being controlled by one head branch. They're all involved.
There's some sort of thing. There's some sort of power that allows Kirari to still be the head. There's still some sort of organization and symbiosis that happens for them to still stick together cohesively.
Enough for the 100 devouring families to combine to try and take down the Momobamis. They have worked close enough together.
They are vying for the leadership of the clan. I don't think they trust too much one another.
But we've seen Terrano
cleaning up affairs would be kept inside the family. Terrano is useful.
Y'all gonna make me look up every single family to see what they all do.
Right?
It literally states in like one page of fucking manga.
I don't have my books with me right now.
But they don't like each other, so they wouldn't include each other in their business.
But if it's the family business, just like in all these mafia movies, American Me, Godfather, if it's family business, like it or not, you gotta get your fucking hands in it, and you gotta deal with it, or else you're out. What?
Yeah.
Well, Mio and Miri are the murderers because they have the whole poison business.
It can't be George Winston.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got another.
Okay, hold up. Let me wait quick. Boop, boop. Okay. See, I was telling you that we should watch The Godfather.
So, here's the deal. If you go to the wiki page for the 100 devouring families...
Yep, I'm looking at it.
It says that the Honebami family is for cleaning up, which means getting rid of the impurities within the family. That means, rogue members are the ones who, they get taken care of. So yes, she is committing murders, but she's probably also cleaning up after herself.
But who do we have that's evidence that has been killed within the family? No, hang on. What evidence do we have that they've been killing in the family? Even if they're getting rid of impurities, they have removed family members or removed those names. Yumeko's family is not dead. Her sister's not dead, which means that that would be an impurity. She lost. Why has she not been removed?
Lost the bet doesn't mean
but she wasn't killed.
She wasn't killed. The cleaning family didn't take her out.
But no, that was just for fucking failing a gamble. I feel if they did something especially egregious,
we don't know
that's
the
probably
details.
what they mean.
we don't know the details of the gamble, so yeah, maybe she should have died, maybe she shouldn't have. But considering that they know that they're alive, that she's alive, it's pretty easy to say that
The cleaning family doesn't kill.
no,
I
not that the
think
cleaning
the
family
We don't have
doesn't
proof
kill,
that they
that
do.
she shouldn't have died.
We
I
don't
think the
have
fact
proof
alone
that they
they're
kill.
every single page involved with Miroslava or or her family, every time they mention cleaning up, they put it in quotation marks. I'm pretty sure they're implying that she's straight up killing people.
And I feel it's a red herring that they don't do it.
I think the story is poorly read.
I think it's
Yes.
a red herring
Yeah,
that they don't do it.
It's
That's why
poorly
we're
written
able
because
to insert
Yumeko
so many
Like,
headcanons and
the
assumptions
more
into
we
it.
talk about this, the more I realize how little we know, and the more
Mhm.
I begin to understand
Yes.
just how poorly
Yeah.
written. Like, I knew it was bad, but holy shit, it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because like the story is constantly revolving around Yumeko and what she does, and because we don't get, and I've mentioned this before, but because we don't get any of this development with other characters, we're missing out on the important parts of the story
Hmm.
that unless they
Yeah,
decide to
Life
go,
episodes would be nice.
yeah, unless they decide to go into it more in like future spin-offs or whatever, we're never going to find out about more of these characters who, to be quite honest, are way more interesting than Yumeko.
Yeah. But it's like the key
Exactly.
thing that's why I'm sitting on Miroslava's family doesn't kill based off of the fact that we know the Jabami family, Yumeko's older sister, initiated a clan conflict and she got banished for it. Not killed. She got banished for it. So that's what part of the cleanup was. Why didn't they get rid of her?
Yeah.
There's no.
We don't have-
there's
we don't
we don't
know.
kill her.
We don't have any
know.
proof that the Honobamis do kill. We just get like the eerie thing, and it's right now we're getting all of this from the eyes of high schoolers. Like, oh,
yeah.
they're the cleanup, so
Yes.
oh, they have to be doing something shady because I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
No
fair.
solid
That
evidence.
is a very good point. Yeah, that is a very good point, I will admit.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
I can't pay for it. Sorry.
Wait.
We take
All right,
no
that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to drop back to the audience
Okay.
now.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thanks.
I am slowly getting angrier and angrier as this shit goes on.
Interesting.
Yumeko's
Honeysuck.
parents are dead, though. Who's to
But
say
they
that the
coulda
Honeybombers
died.
did?
But who's to say that they did? We don't have any proof.
I can't hear you.
What?
Your mic.
Yumeko's
Oh, now I
parents
can hear
are dead, though. Who's to say that the Honeybombers didn't kill them?
Who's to say that Yumeko's mom didn't die at childbirth?
Yeah, or that they were just orphaned from the get-go. We
I mean,
don't
if
know
they were
exactly what the
orphaned, they wouldn't be
conflict
a part of the
was.
family.
No, they
They're
would still be
orphaned.
part of the family, but they just wouldn't be like in the like at the fucking family table at Thanksgiving or whatever.
Well, no, because then they wouldn't have like known who their parents are, so they wouldn't have had the last name Bami.
No, I mean orphaned as in they would have lost their parents from the get-go. Say like in a car accident or something. We don't know the actual details of their death. We know Yumeko is motivated by her sister, who she witnessed lose everything in a clan conflict, in a gamble, that just completely broke her. That is where Yumeko's obsession comes in. But the Jabamis, we don't know what they specialize in underneath the 100 devouring families. We also don't know in terms of the sister being banished.
Maybe that's why they were banished, not because of something going wrong, but because they didn't have a use. So they just said "fuck you" and left, and just dumped them at the curb.
But what would initiate
an-
that conflict? I think her
a new
sister
branch for me?
initiated the conflict.
Maybe a new branch for me, because they don't have a use in the family. Maybe whoever the fuck is part of the family formed a new branch for love, because I doubt it's an incest thing.
Yeah.
And because of it, they were banished. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. The only thing that we have that actually
Hey, what
confirms
does Honbami
any
mean, by the
family
way?
killed.
Oh, what is
does
Hone?
Honbami mean? Honbami mean? Yeah. What's Miroslava's last name mean?
What her last name means? Honebame?
Okay.
George said bone bite. Ooh, that's
Okay,
pretty
Bami
hard.
means bite. Okay, so what does her last name mean?
Bone bite.
Oh, it means bone bite.
So
As in
Hone
breaking
means
bones?
bone, and Bami means bite. That tells us nothing.
Okay, so
Bone bite.
yeah, I'm like
Is-
having my brain is slowly warming up. Give it a second. It's just gonna.
Just the Microsoft
You know, you only
power
haven't
on.
had an hour and a half.
No, my power was all wasted on Yumeko and Mary, and then that's
Well, I
because that
love
was
how
the only thing I was excited for, and then it's gone.
So,
I mean, we're
Other
all
than
fighting.
that-
We're like trying to fight so hard to let Mary get another free pass.
well, we know Miroslava has a heart,
Yeah, that's the only.
and
thing
we
we're
don't
really
have
wanting.
confirmation that her family kills.
Yeah, but we
Bone
do have
bite-
confirmation
well,
that her
Bone
family
is
is.
already
doesn't-
death, not causing death. It's just a bone. Don't
Bone
dig
bite
into it.
doesn't imply. I'm thinking like bone bite as in like breaking bones and shit.
Yeah, that doesn't kill.
All of them
Yeah.
have
That's
bite in their
not-
name. Bami means bite, so all of them do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is like that kid.
Japan
kid-
well bite.
Good at biting. Jabami means well bite.
Oh
That's how
god.
it says on a resume. It's good at biting.
Yeah,
Honey, doesn't her last name mean like hard drinker or some shit?
what? Who's
Miroslava?
No, Jabami. Doesn't that mean like hard drinker? Or some
Jabami
shit?
means well bite is what they just said. The kanji used for Yumeko's last name is snake bite. Thanks, George.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
it.
thought it was snake eater. Oh shit. Okay. So snake.
Snake
Okay, never
Snake
mind.
Eater? Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, we only have Miroslava actually having a heart.
Yeah,
Is
that's the only thing we have to
and
ride
Mary
on.
being absolutely like.
And I mean, this isn't a death battle, so we don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
no
Miroslava
shit, George.
killing.
Thanks.
Dream child.
Yeah.
Snake bite.
The wiki says her name is like snake eater or hard drinker.
I wonder why they do that in the wiki. But those are the hard translations. I'm
And
assuming
it's
George
still
is
there.
giving
Like
us.
I remember googling it years ago, and it's still like that. So someone should probably change it.
Well, with kanji's silly, and it depends on different phrases and things like that. Like,
Yeah, Japanese names in anime are always steeped in symbolism. Yeah.
My thought process was that their names would somehow be related to their occupation, so that we could then find out what whoever the fuck we were trying to figure out did. And I think that was Yumeko, and I think snakebite would mean like they keep the other families in check, and that's why they're kind of excommunicated.
So you think that the
I don't fuck-
Japamis were being kicked out?
I don't know. Snakebite makes me think like they're the
Backstabbers.
Yeah,
they're-
the backstabbers.
yeah,
the
they're-
rats of the
I
family.
think they're
It's like,
backstabbers. They did something.
yeah.
Ray
Anyway,
might
that's
get
not what the
fucked over at
conversation
end.
Especially with watching Kirari give Ray a new name,
Yeah.
never finding out what that name was, but like,
Oh fuck, they're backstabbers, but Yumeko refused to backstab. That's probably why they were excommunicated. She's been helpful
Yeah.
more so than she's been backstabbing.
Excommunicado.
yeah.
That's I forgot the word for
You're good.
what was the word? I just started using excommunicated. because
yeah,
I
you said
was-
excommunicated.
Yeah, I know, but
Oh,
I
we
forgot
got
the word.
you.
What's the word?
Excommunicado.
No, not
What?
excommunicado. I remember
Wait,
excommunicado.
banished?
I forgot the word. Yeah, there we go. Banished. There we go.
You just said it like 15 seconds ago. This is everyone's brains are melting.
Yeah, I think we're
Alright.
tired. We should continue this next week.
Miros-
It's been 2 hours.
We're almost there. Now it's Kirari versus Miroslava.
Kirari.
Yes, it's Kirari versus
Oh.
Miroslava. That's our finals.
I mean, if we're going again, they're a clan. They're a clan, so
Miroslava
Kirari
would
could
win.
literally just
I'm
say the
going for
word,
Miroslava.
and Miroslava would have to lose.
I think Miroslava would. We're doing one-on-ones. We're not considering the other. If the rest of the school is not a weapon, neither is the family.
No,
No.
but she's the head of the family. If
It's
the
the
Don
status.
said, "Kill yourself," you would have to.
She's the
Like-
happy
Unless you
family
kill the
until
Don.
now. Until now.
Unless
We
you
still
can,
have-
unless you kill the Don.
Yeah, but
'Cause
we're not in a
at the end of
position
the
to go and
day-
actually have the family move up and take that position.
Look, she's
So-
a fucking cleaner. Regardless, she's getting rid of evidence. And who's gonna find evidence that Kirari ordered her to kill herself?
Everyone watching? This is all happening in the school. And
Yeah, it's all.
we're not doing death battles.
Yeah.
So it's not to
Look,
the death.
Where's the police?
Which means both
Look.
of them would continue living to the end of the day here. It's just to win the battle. Kirari would win the
Hello,
battle based off of the fact that
911.
it's not to death. Because Miroslava is not in a position to actually overtake Kirari in her status.
The chat's arguing the rest of the family is dead, so there's no real power.
I'm still following death battle rules, so I'm just gonna shut up now.
No.
You have a weird laugh. Kick over.
Don't hate.
Bear in mind that the rest of the Momobami is basically dead at this point. Kirari holds no real power anymore. And Miroslava can't be ordered.
Well,
to
not just the
kill
children
herself.
are dead. The adults are still alive somewhere.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
adults are still running the show to a certain extent.
Yeah.
What's wrong with my mic?
This feedback, a lot of
He's using
feedback.
fireworks.
He's
Oh,
just
it's
constantly.
popping? Is it still popping?
It was crackling,
it's
and then it was
stopping
giving
by
like
now.
this kind of like, it sounded like firecrackers, like shooting into the sky.
Weird. Let me know if it happens again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good now.
Sure.
Okay, so now the argument is that Miroslava doesn't have to worry about the status between her and Kirari.
Yeah.
Mm.
The heirs aren't dead, though. We just said that it wasn't death battle.
Okay, so we're not doing death battles now, so
No.
let me just set the scene. So, the entire school has been evacuated because gunshots were heard, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And then, so Miroslava, she's been through hell. She's probably all fucking torn up and bruised and shit. She opens the door to a student council room, and Kirari's just sitting there at her chair. Like, the table's gone, all the chairs are gone. It's just her sitting at the center of the room, right?
Uh-huh.
And then she just
Sayaka's
says,
laying on the ground.
yeah. And then Kirari is also as beat up as Miroslava, and then she just looks up at her. Kirari looks up at Miroslava, and then says, "You know what to do." And Miroslava nods her head, calls her phone, and says, "Yeah, we're cleaning this bitch up."
So Kirari would bend her knees, what you're saying?
So
Who's the
Kirari would
bitch?
tell
What?
Miroslava to kill her.
No, what I'm saying is they both just don't fight because someone still has to clean it up and someone still has to run the family.
Sorry,
Just
I'm
a
reading-
regular
So they
Tuesday.
just kind of agree to disagree.
The gunshots don't evacuate anyone because Midari shoots
Honey
off
is
her
so
gun
right.
constantly.
Regular Tuesday.
Okay.
They bring an A10 Warhog, shoot the entire, just all the kids outside.
It's Tuesday, innit?
Stop it. Drives me nuts.
So funny. British
Okay.
people.
So no, the school's not getting evacuated because just because gunshots are going off doesn't mean they're gonna leave because they think it's Midari, I guess.
Well, not evacuated,
Yeah.
but like they're just sitting outside in the field. They're like, "What's going on?"
Mm. Oh, okay. So then everyone's British in the chat.
I
Well,
think
we're trying
that'll
to
be a
figure this
good
out.
ending because we're just tired and we just need to finish this stuff.
Is it a stalemate?
So let's go with the vote. Fucking
The vote.
Miroslava wins. Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't.
Miroslava would just yeah, but then since
Because
it's not
it's
to
with
the death,
weapons.
it's
This
with
is not the
weapons,
hand to
yes.
hand.
No. I
Yeah.
get that. my thing is that it's still not necessarily Miroslava's win when we look at it like that.
Mm.
Kirari's giving it to her.
Yeah.
And then that's leverage for whatever happens next.
Fair.
So,
Okay,
I mean,
well, okay, how about this? Miroslava has a gun, shoots Kirari, and then makes it look like a suicide.
What?
Brings in Sayaka's body for extra effect.
In a sudden turn of events, Miroslava wins the whole thing.
Yes, George, I know it's
But it's
harder
not
than
in
I
her
think. I
control.
just want to finish this.
That escalated quickly.
I don't agree with that. But since Miroslava got the most votes, Miroslava wins.
I just don't want Kirari to win.
That's so mean. I have
George, I'm not even gonna I'm gonna entertain it. Fuck it. They probably have corrupt cops somewhere that can change the records and say yes, it
Oh, my
was a
laptop
suicide
died.
when it was very clearly a murder that framed as a suicide.
But no one's dying here. You keep going to death when we're not bringing it to the death. If no one's dying here, I don't think
I mean, that's
Miroslava
what I
would take up
tried to.
Kirari
That's
to
what I
win.
tried to appease to. By
If there's
just
no heirs
saying,
left, there's no reason to go and try and climb up to the top
that's
and
what
try
I
and control the family.
That's what I tried to appease to by saying by just like having Kirari just tell it, hey, clean this shit up.
And to take her out?
What?
What is being cleaned up?
No, like cleaned up
Yeah,
as in
exactly.
clean up the bodies, hide the evidence.
Kirari's
Oh, so
telling
they
Miroslava.
both live.
Yeah,
they're just
that's
not
what
even
I
gonna
And
tried
they
fight.
to.
just clean it. Oh, okay.
You made it sound like she was saying that
Got it.
they were taking out Kirari.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, that doesn't make sense.
That's why I asked if she was bending her knee. I was like, what? Okay.
I meant clean the
They
school
both
since
live-
you guys
yeah.
are so fucking fixed on it, meaning just cleaning up the evidence. I meant cleaning the school. And because we're not doing death battle rules anymore, my hands
Or
are tied.
something else.
Go get the Lysol.
Right?
Go get the fucking alcohol.
Some Clorox wipes. Just clean that shit up.
Bleach is on the second floor.
Right?
You know where all the chemicals are.
Oh, maybe
Okay.
Miroslava wins because she's the only one who can clean this shit up anyways.
Gosh. Okay. Well, Miroslava won after.
She won cleaning up everything.
Yeah. and
Good on
she
her.
was-
Whoever is gonna be listening to this podcast in the future is gonna be highly disappointed in this ending.
Y'all did
And
this.
honestly,
I
I'm-
voted for what made sense, and y'all wanted to fight me on it all.
it's deep conversations.
Yeah, Kirari made it all the way to the end,
Yeah.
only for Miroslava to take it away, I guess. But I guess that's what
Yeah.
makes it
Yay.
interesting for
I
her.
love the ending of Greece.
Right?
Just-
Get in the car and fly away.
Exactly. This is exactly how this ended.
Everyone's
Alright.
waifus are dead
This
now.
ending felt
No
like
one's
it
dead.
felt like this ending felt like a
No,
season 3 anime ending. Just out of nowhere and
Yeah.
unprompted.
Exactly. Yep. And taking apart all the rules that we fought to keep throughout each matchup that kept changing each time. Yes, yes.
You think the author's disappointed?
No, because we're giving these characters more depth than they ever will.
Yeah.
But we did butcher and
Okay.
assassinate the majority of them.
I'm upset, and I hate that Kari isn't canon, because this is the most interaction we'll ever see between a large group
I'm
of the
upset that
characters.
the anthology isn't canon. Like, yeah, it's a goofy, but I would still prefer some slice of life filler episodes and chapters.
Kari does that, but so much better than the anthology, in my opinion. Alright, well, we shall close things out. So, as announced before, thank you so much, though, for allowing us to make it to episode 10 with having at least some sort of constant viewers. We've had a great time doing
Derp,
all of this.
mute your mic.
Derp.
Just a second.
Derp.
Mute
Your
your
fireworks, turn it off.
No, that was just me having a stroke.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Welcome back.
muted anyway. She's gonna sign off.
No, it's fine. Yeah, thank you everyone for allowing us to make it to 10 episodes. I've had a great time. Excited to get back onto it with next quote-unquote season. We will take a break for about 2 weeks or so. I'll keep you guys posted on when we come back. But I do have an announcement to make. I'm excited for this. We are going to do a giveaway, just to show our appreciation for everyone joining, everyone who's been part of the podcast. We're going to do a giveaway of either a $15 Amazon gift card or your choice of a volume of Kakegurui. Could be any of the 13 that have been out. I will post details and at you guys when we have more updates and confirmation on things and next steps. No, what? What if, what? What? What do you want?
What has happened?
I'm so confused now. I said... Oh. Don't
Okay.
thing. Freaked me out. Now this is recorded, and I was so proud of how I said all of that. God.
What the fuck?
Anyway, alright. But yeah, we're doing a giveaway. Thank you, everyone, for your support. I've had a fantastic time doing this. Excited to come back. We'll post announcement information regarding next steps. And with that, the latest chapter, Chapter 88, was released July 22nd in the US and is available on Amazon, Comixology, Barnes & Noble, and more. Please visit Yen Press's official site, yenpress.com, for additional retailers. The next chapter is expected to release around the same time this month. And with that, be sure to continue to support the official release of Kakegurui. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.